So it's been an eye-opener to come and have a workshop with you. I've enjoyed the day, enjoyed all the company. So with your, everyone's stories, insights, it's helped me certainly gain some insights into the games I play with myself and the lies I tell myself. So I think key learnings, one of them is aligning to my values will help reduce pressure. Exactly what my values are, that's one of the things, the actions that I need to take is to consider more closely what my values are and their relative priorities. Other key lessons. So I think I need to let go the need to change others and to allow them to live their free will and their free choices. To listen to my body more, and especially when I'm in dis-ease, when I'm not comfortable. Other actions, so I said consider what my values are. Find ways to be more aware of things to be grateful for, regularly, daily. To honour myself more, and to do that I'm going to put some plans together of meditating, sleeping better, eating better, so finding ways to be better to myself. And allowing life to flow by trusting myself and my choices.
I'm very happy to be here. I'm not loving the camera staring right at me, but I'm going to do my best. It's a bit close. In terms of my learnings, there are a number of really beautiful expressions delivered by Tony. I love the beginning, to love the unlovable. I think I'll put that down as my mobile image for next week. In the presence of light, there is no darkness. Love is an encompassing energy. I mean, that's just really beautiful. In terms of my actions going forward, and I'm going to make a promise to myself, because it's very easy to attend workshops, it's very easy to read lots of books, and then you read the next book and you attend the next workshop and actually don't do anything. So in terms of my daily activities and weekly activities, I'm going to learn to listen a hell of a lot more. I like that section of the workshop. And I'm going to create a gratitude list. And I'm going to spend time with each of those items and really feel what that feels like. I'm going to speak to Tony about his course after this workshop. What else did I write down? Identify my habits that negate any of this goodness, any of this prevention of good light and harmony and synchronicity. I think that's it for now.
First off, thank you. I'm really grateful for the experience of being in the learning environment. I think, well, not so much I think, I'm starting to appreciate the difference between thinking and feeling and being, and how I'm very good at intellectualizing stuff, but then being physically present to what's happening can be more of a challenge at times. So I'm just going to start being a bit more aware of the distinction between when I'm thinking and when I'm being, and start to kind of tap into that kind of being awareness more so. And I think just kind of trusting that wisdom a bit more. I think just allowing whatever it is, whatever way, shape or form it shows up in, acknowledging and owning that for whatever that is, and then creating a more empowering meaning of those things that aren't necessarily the most pleasant of experiences.
I'd like to thank you, everybody, for having me and this opportunity that Tony give me to share his content, to embrace this tremendous tremendously powerful message that all of us wanted to implement in our lives in order to grow, to become successful, and to find our true love and goal in our life, which is, be the best as we can in daily basis, in wherever we go and whatever we do. The key values for me is the opportunity to be able to, in such a small group, find out the individual ways that we can express ourselves, not necessarily are that reality that we think or the image that we create about ourselves, and as the world perceives. Sometimes we got that mask that who we are, who we think that the world perceive and accept us in a way that causing tremendous question mark in every single way. So perhaps I thought that who I am and who I want to represent in a society as a human being with my values are not transmitted exactly way with the clarity and a more specific way, perhaps challenging directly to mistakes, wrongs that we need to challenge one step at a time in order to grow, instead of to try to please every single aspect in our life, in every single angle. So the key points, let's talk about thoughts. Definitely need to become a reality in my life. And the second point will be the beliefs. And that means a representation of my ambition. The perception is that I need to exercise and put in practice every single day. That means create a routine. Learn a lot of how to express the emotion. The behaviors, which is your personality, and then come across barriers, ages, and nationality can be sometimes be misinterpreted, and therefore cause your frustration. And passing through the vibration, that the image that you think that you are creating with the all goals, with the all passion, can be transformed in arrogance. It will be interpreted in a completely different way. And the daily action that I put, this is totally learn how to listen to yourself, listen who you are, your sense, and know that this external world and the pressure that we receive on daily basis, take the best quality that we can give to the back. So listen to your own vibration, and then everything will center. You will be able to communicate easily.
Well, it's been a great day. I've really enjoyed it. Thankful to everybody who's been here and sharing all our stories, because they really are stories. My learning today, I need to learn more acceptance of others and more acceptance of myself. Listen to my body more and live in my heart, not my mind. I've realised that others reflect to me my inner being now, and I've got so much fear still in my mind and body that I need to break through. The lessons I've had from today is to live more in my values, and it's a life process. This isn't something that happens overnight. It isn't something that you can buy in 12 hours. It's a life journey. I learned about exchange today because I get a lot of emails about free training, coaching and stuff, and I know now to avoid that. And the other lesson is to honour my highest being. I know pretty much what my highest physical being is and what I'm wanting to do, and to honour that every day and keep working towards that. So the actions are to develop the habit of working more on purpose, because there is times during the day where I go on Facebook and I do other things and I don't honour my highest being, to choose my words more consciously, which I've discussed before with Tony, when I get stuck in conversations and things that really I shouldn't be getting stuck in. Don't try to change others. I've realised that you really just got to be yourself, and others will change themselves. That's their decision. You can't do it for them. Keep seeking more truths, as I've been doing, but also to work towards transcending my challenges, realising that after I've transcended a challenge, another challenge will arrive that will inspire me. And after I've transcended that, then there'll be another one, and that's just a continual journey. And that's everything I can think of at the moment. And apart from that, I'd like to thank everybody, and I've really enjoyed the day.
I mean, so many things are always learned when you do workshops, when you do coaching. It is again having that kind of mirror that reflects what's going on within you. That's why this workshop and working with other people are all being a mirror to you and helping you to see the disowned parts within you. And it is kind of it is strange, but it is also it's enlightenment. You discover so much about you, and that is key, because what we discovered today is that it is listening to you, to who you are, and trusting who you are, that you can achieve anything that you want to do. You can be that change. That change starts within you, but it's difficult to see this. Because we are taught from a young age to look outwardly and to be competitive, compare ourselves with others. When we forget that when we get into that space of where we can be relaxed, then things can start to flow. Once you let it go, the kind of pressures of life that build up, then the real things that you value start to happen for you. You attract people into your life who help you get to where you want to go. And we spoke a lot about values, finding out our true values and aligning to those values, and not being afraid of what other people might say and think of what you are doing, and let that suppress your own creativity. I think that gratitude is something I can work on, because Tony said that it would be very generous if we actually spent 3 minutes a day being grateful for what we have. And we are always looking outwardly, and when I say we, I mean me, and I said that for Farhan Rahman only. We forget what we have and how we've got to and to be grateful for how we've got to where we have, because we're constantly looking for the next thing. Our ego is constantly looking for what we're not and trying to fill that void. And again, it comes back to the values. The values we have come from a void. They fill a void that we have. For me, it's about trusting my journey. It's not looking at something from a point of loss, what I might lose by making a decision, but changing that default reaction to what I can gain by this change. And where I look at something from the fear mindset, where when you mention something, then you immediately look at the negative of why you shouldn't do something. Well, it's about changing that default response to being positive, as if I do this I could gain this from that. And it's also I'm learnt about moving away from things that cause my body stress, that put my body under pressure. Learning from them, recognizing that they're there, but making a choice to engage with that, or to move on, or to not be with those kind of people who cause that kind of stress to you, or you feel uncomfortable with, to move away and to continue in what you are pursuing, because then you're just going to be dragged down to their level, or move away. it's about as well unlearning the kind of injected beliefs that have been put upon us, because people forget and that we've been brought into this world, and we're living out an illusion of our own creation. We don't sometimes stop to think, or I don't stop to think why I think the way I do, why I think about a situation the way I do, or why I think about someone the way I do. It's just a perception. There's so many things that I can take away from this. I want to be grateful more. I mean, I'm trying it, but it's and it's a continual, ongoing process, as is the whole journey. And it's about I think clear planning is something that I feel I could work with more, and learning to unlearn. There we go. Thank you.